First vehicle I ever owned was a Mini. I absolutely loved that car, absolutely loved it. It was tiny though, we're going back to 1998. I had a Mini back then, first ever car, my nan bought me it. Absolutely loved that car. It weren't that reliable, it weren't that big, it weren't that practical. Just me and the wife in it at the time. 20 years later, almost, I bought this model in 2015. We went back to the Mini Cooper. This is the first car and the only car we've bought brand new. Over 3 years later, again, it's turned out it's not that practical with families growing and all stuff like that. So we're getting a bigger car, and unfortunately this has got to go. So I thought I'd just go through really quickly a few features I've noticed in 3 years of owning a Mini Cooper. What I've noticed, the good and the bad that I've noticed. One of the pluses though is it drives and it handles the road like a champion. The handling on a Mini Cooper is unbelievable. It sticks to the road. You can go round roundabouts, you can do lefts, you can do rights, you can go over little crests and chicanes like a champion, like you're driving a Formula 1 car. It sticks to the road. It's quite nippy as well. It's quite nippy for a small car because it is a small car. It's a nice car. It's a nice car. It's a nice, comfortable car to drive. It's not that big, no. It's not that big. I am about 5'10". That's quite a nice head space for me. That's quite a nice head space. The passenger seat seems a lot lower down, so that's quite good. If it's just two people in this car, that's quite good. In the back, that's a tight squeeze. In the back, you got two small children, you're going to be fine. You're not going to have an hassle. It's a bit of an hassle with the old the seat, getting them in and out and stuff, because it's not that much of a big gap. I know they do Minis now with 4 doors at the back, 5 doors I think it's called, with little doors at the back. That would have been a lot more practical for me, to be honest. So yeah, the back's a bit of a squeeze. I've had 2 adults in the back, 2 big adults in the back, and they do fit in. It's an uncomfortable journey, but they do fit in. So you are going to get 4 in, just about. But I think this car was designed basically for the driver and for the passenger. They ain't really worried about anyone else. The seats in the back are optional extras. Everything for the driver is perfect in place. You've got everything. Everything's easy to use basically on all this. All the buttons are reachable. I do like the Jetfighter style switches and dimmers and all this sort of stuff. The on-off button's alright. I like that. The start engine stop button. That's all good. Everything works. The heater. It's not the hottest car. When you've got the heater full blast. If we put the heater on full blast, you're not getting much heat. It's going to keep you a little bit warm in the winter, but it's not the hottest of cars. Air conditioned as well, the way the vents and everything are laid out, it don't cool you down that much. It has got air conditioning, but the vents, they're not good enough, I don't believe. The system that's on it, it's easy to use. You've got DAB radio, everything's easy to use. On that, it's got some fun little things, like it's got a green mode, it's got a sport mode. I have no issues. It's had an MOT, it passed first time, the 3-year MOT thing, passed first time. So there it is, my Mini Cooper, 3 years old. Time for it to go.